Hello, my name's Okse, but you knew that anyway, and if you didn't know that, it means you're here for the very first time. So if you get to the end of this video and you like what you've seen, please slap a like on it, subscribe and hit that notification button. In this video, we're going to be showing you what my progress of 100 days of comics. I've only done 10 days so far, but I've been really enjoying it. If you don't know what 100 days of comics is, it's basically a challenge created by Kevin Cross. Kevin Cross is a really great cartoon illustrator, graphic designer, and if you haven't seen his work already, please check him out. He's a dad, he's just going through a breakup at the moment, and he's producing some really cool stuff. So I've always wanted to do a comic or a graphic novel. I've had many projects in the past. One was called Flamehead, one was called Ingo Red, and I always started these projects but never completed them. So this whole thing of doing half an hour a day, no matter what it is absolutely brilliant. So I've got my characters, I've got a script already. So basically, I wrote this script years ago. I entered a competition, a BBC writers, sitcom writers competition, and I managed to get down to the last 80. And about 800 people entered, so I was really chuffed with that, and it was a real achievement. And when this 100 days of comics popped up, I thought to myself, well, why don't I do a comic graphic novel based on that? So this is what I'm doing. I'm making it more comic friendly, so to speak. So the first thing that I thought I'd do is do some character designs. Now this, as you can see up on the screen now, is the character of Dave. He's very similar to me, really, because the thing is, let's not lie, the whole script is, they say write about what you know, don't they? So I'm just writing about what I know. And so yeah, so that was Dave. This character up on screen now is Brian. He's Dave's boss. Dave works at a games company doing graphics for games. Oh, who could that be? So yeah, so he's really cool. He's a nice character that I've just doodled. He's not based on anyone really. I did have a boss at my work, but it's not him. So yeah, I use excuse me, I use Procreate on the iPad Pro. I really like using it. It's with the Apple Pencil. It just feels very natural, apart from the whole thing of you draw it on glass. So if anybody's got any tips on how I could avoid that, that'll be great. I'll probably need some kind of like screen protector which has got a sort of like papery texture to it. If anybody knows of one of those, please put it in the comments below. So yeah, so as I say, I'll use iPad Pro, and I've started using Clip Studio, which was formerly Manga Studio, and I've been really getting into that and really enjoying it. Yeah, so I've been really enjoying that. The tools are nice. It's great for doing panels and stuff, and yeah, and inking as well is really cool. So I found that doing half an hour a day is a really achievable achievement, because you sit there, what I like to do is sit there, I put my timer on, I go, let's go half an hour. I say, hey Siri, no, I don't say that. I was just about to say the words, hey Siri, but and then it would have like logged me out of my recording. But yeah, I sit there and I go, set the timer for 30 minutes, and it does that for me. And I sit there doodling away as you do, and then half an hour just goes really quick. And then I don't think to myself, I'm going to stop now. I just carry on doodling. And then there's been some times where I've just been doodling and drawing and getting stuff done, and then I realise that, you know, it's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, which is bloody ridiculous, because you need to get sleep. You need to get sleep and set yourself a proper routine. So I'll tell you what I have done. I've bought a book called Making Comics by Scott McCloud. He's really good. He's the writer of Understanding Comics, which is a brilliant book, stroke sort of like graphic novel. And that I watched that because H.C. Brown, you know, her off YouTube, the one that everybody's like hating on at the moment. Well, not everybody. People are hating on at the moment. I think she's cool, man. I think H.C. Brown, you know, she's confident and she says what she wants to say. And she F's and Jeffs. She says fucking and shit and whatever. Yeah, she's pretty cool. So as you can see on screen now, this is the first page of the comic. I like to do some like sort of like pencil, like roughs first. And as you can see on the screen now, this is another sort of like character design sheet of Dave using marker pens. Just trying to do some more traditional stuff, various angles and stuff like that. And here's some scenery. Very inspired by, I love Day of the Tentacle. I love the Lucas Arts. I love how everything, all the perspective is messed up. One, because it makes it very stylized, and two, it means you don't have to sort out the perspective and stuff. I like it. I like it. It's good. So where was I? What was I talking about? Yes, half an hour is very achievable. This, as you can see on screen now, this is Clip Art Studio. I've been putting the panels in. And so I go from a rough sketch to a rougher sketch. Then I start laying down my ink. And this is what you can see now. And I love Clip Studio because they have like the gradients, the half tones that you can use, and you can set them to different values and stuff. And it's very. I'm not going to do this in colour. I don't want to do it in colour. I want to stick to the whole black and white set because I'm not that fussed about colour, to be honest. When I was at art college, I used to do a lot of black and white work, and the tutor would say, why did you use black and white? And the thing is, you've got to give some arty-farty explanation why you used black and white. But and I did. But the reason that I used black and white is because I couldn't really afford the paint because you know, I was a student and stuff. So days 8 and 9 were mainly consisted of watching YouTube videos and doing a few doodles and stuff and working on my scripts. And here's this is my second page, a bit of a time lapse here, just sketching out in blue pencil. Why do you use blue pencil, Okse? Because it looks cool. Because animators use it. You don't really have to. I just like blue pencil. It feels nice. And as you can see, there's 3 pages there of panels and stuff. So yeah, they're doodling away. Love it. Yeah, so what I do is I do rough sketch, then another rough sketch, a bit tidier, and then I'll start working on my inks and cracking on with that. And I enjoyed doing this second page, and I repeat some of my panels, but make them a little bit different to show the passing of time. And I like sort of things like picking your glasses and stuff. So there's the last panel. I think that's it now. That's the last page. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a bonus time-lapse sketch. This is basically a woman that I saw in McDonald's, and I didn't fancy her enough, and I just thought she looked very interesting. She had like this big, massive, long hair and a big blue puffer jacket, and she had this like clip in her hair. So I just thought, oh, well, you'd make a cool character. So I just drew a picture of her. If she ever sees this, she'd probably think I'm a weirdo, but I think it's cool. It's good to draw from life, isn't it? So yeah, so I was trying out that Grand Big Mac burger. It's quite nice, that is. It's like a Big Mac, but bigger. I just want to point out this video is not sponsored by McDonald's or anything, so there you go. Thanks for watching. If you did like what you saw there, please slap a like on it, turn those notifications on, and if you really liked it, please subscribe. If you want to watch more videos, hit those rectangles there, and if you want to support the channel, visit theartofokse.com and maybe buy some stuff. Also, I take Bitcoin tips. Yay, how modern's that? Catch you later. Bye.